I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're sharing a powerful, deeply personal story of courage, transformation, and truth with an amazing author by the name of Tamara Rivera. She has penned 3 powerful books, including Whispers of Broken Trust, The Painful Truth of Child Abuse, Tamara's Journey Through Trials and Tears, and finally, Becoming Tamara, My Story of Transition from Male to Female. These amazing books are revealing in their courage, their strength, and personal commitment to identity. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Mainspring Books for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her wonderful books. The links are below this interview. Tamara, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you for having me here on the Spotlight.
It's my pleasure. Your books are all very, very powerful. They're very honest. They're raw. They deal with a lot of important issues. Let's talk about the first one, child abuse. The name of the book is Whispers of Broken Trust. Uh, you were abused as a child when you were living in Puerto Rico. That's what this book pertains to, right?
Yes, the book is a very powerful story. After I wrote my first book and came to the conclusion that there was more to the story, and I started writing the second book, Whispers of Broken Trust. This book was written with a lot of tears and a lot of painful memories that came back. And so it was very difficult to write the story, but I spared no expense in writing the story because I felt it was important to tell the truth of what happened to me as a child.
Yeah.
Something that a lot of people sadly can relate to.
Yeah, a lot of people are abused. A lot of people suffer in silence. A lot of people feel ashamed to come forward, and it's not their fault. They should come forward. They should begin the healing process, and they should, if possible, see that their abuser is, held accountable, no doubt.
Mhm.
This was your second book. The first book was Tamara's Journey Through Trials and Tears.
That is correct.
All right. And that's the first book you wrote about the situation in Puerto Rico, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
that first book was based on a on my journal entries. That was my first book.
Yeah. And what do you hope readers take away from those 2 books?
That we are all in this world trying to find who we are and our identity, and that is something that we learn from a very early age, that our identity, as we're trying to figure out our identity, especially when you um have an identity that does not line up with your gender.
Hmm.
Finding the truth is very difficult. And today, it is much easier with the advent of digital media and so many books and the things that will help you. And that's what I am hoping that people get from my writing, the stories that shaped my life and eventually led to my transition.
Yeah, yeah. And you talk about your transition in your third book, which is
Mhm.
Becoming Tomorrow, My Story of Transition from Male to Female. Talk to us a little bit about your transition. How old were you when you decided to embrace your true identity?
My my coming out took a long time. Was While some people are able to come out at an earlier time in life, in their 20s or 30s, to
Hmm.
me it happened at the age of 59.
Mm.
And at that point, I knew that I could not live um, the, between the two genders any longer because he was consuming me. And when I came out with the force of of a thunder. I said that this is who I am, and I came out and I started writing my journey, and I started doing a lot of things to help me spread the word to other people
Mm,
through public speaking, through speeches, through appearing at the steps of the Atlanta Capitol, advocating for the transgender community. I did a lot of things, and in that time, I also was going through the surgeries
mm,
to align my body with my gender, and
mm.
I put it all right there in that book.
Yeah, yeah. And so you're 59 years old when you embraced your true identity. What was the reaction like from family and friends? Was it supportive? Was it combative? Tell us a little bit about what it was like coming out at your age, at an advanced age, at 59.
I am currently married, which we're working on the separation stage right now.
Mm,
But uh, through it all, my spouse supported me, my children supported me, but the rest of my family, they turned their backs on me, and it
mm,
was very difficult, a situation coming from a family that has really strict religious views, and
mm,
I got attacked really badly.
mm,
And that was very difficult. I suffered a lot. To this day, my own siblings, even though they said that they accept me, they
mm.
still do not talk to me.
Yeah,
And that was very difficult to get past. But
yeah,
I learned to accept that not everybody is going to accept you for who you are, regardless of when you make the decision.
right.
So that's where you have to work and develop your inner strength to uh, stay on top, and in the process also find ways to encourage others and help others to lift them up.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think it's getting easier now that the trans movement is in full gear in the United States? It seems that there's a big push for people to be more accepting of folks who are trans and trans rights.
In some aspects, it is getting easier,
Mhm,
but because of so many controversies going on right now,
mhm,
in some aspects, it's getting harder. I feel like I came out, as they say, out of the closet after 59 years of age, and then suddenly it looks like uh, the society is trying to push transgender people back into the closet, and I'm trying to deliver a message that no, this is not going to happen. We are not going to go back to where we was 20, 30, or 40 years ago, where people lived in hiding, where I was before, and
mm,
I am not going to let that happen, and I'm trying to uplift and give an open door to others to share their story, to find the strength, if not within themselves, within the works of books such as mine or others, whatever the means, find the strength to help you move forward.
Yeah, it is a tough time right now. I know trans people have made some strides, but if, like you said, it's become highly politicized, and a lot of those rights and progress that people have made, those rights and that progress is being stripped from them. So it
Mhm.
is a very, very precarious time right now. So your book is helpful. What's your best advice to somebody who's going through what you went through, whether they're younger or about the age you were or older? And they want to embrace their true identity, but they're afraid of the repercussions from their work, from their family, from their loved ones, and their friends.
In my third book, Becoming Tamara, I have a series of quotes that I developed. Some of them are my own, some of them are others from people that have inspired me through time, and I quote their message in there. But one of my favorite is the force of one. The voice of one is stronger than the voice of 1,000 souls, meaning that regardless of what is going around you, your voice matters, your truth matters. So even in a time when we are being silenced, as per se, uh, your voice makes can carry a strong message that reverberates through time. And though it may look like your voice is trying to be silenced, in reality it is, it's more, it reverberates stronger nowadays. And I hope that that's what people get from this, because silence is not an option.
Yeah, absolutely. If you stay silent, you'll suffer in silence. People will not realize that there is a sizable community out there of people who refuse to be ignored, refuse to be not listened to. You've written these three books. Any other new books on the horizon? You doing any more writing?
I do have two more books in process, but I am not sure if I will have them ready for next year.
Mm,
But whenever it is, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be just as powerful as the previous books, as my memoir.
yeah.
I may have more to add to my memoir, but right now I'm trying to go in a different direction, to focus on the current situation with transgender people, because I see where my voice can help uh, others to find themselves at a point where they can speak and open the doors to new avenues.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Well, we're looking forward to those future books. These books are absolute treasures that you will really find powerful reads. Three books we've been talking about today, written by Tamara. It is Whispers of Broken Trust, The Painful Truth of Child Abuse. The second book, Tamara's Journey Through Trials and Tears. And finally, today we talked about Becoming Tamara, my story of transition from male to female. Tamara, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. And I look forward. I will be at the LA Times Festival of Books this upcoming weekend, and I'm looking forward to the great things that are going to come out of that.
Wonderful. We wish you a lot of great luck at that event in LA. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time, this time until next time on Spotlight.